Well, this is really going to be fun if she's already late for the first date.
Listen, I don't know. Just get them on the phone and take care of it. I really don't know. Hi, Mr. Sales.
Mr. Market!
Yeah, listen, just call him up and take care of it. And call me back, okay? All right, bye-bye. Hi, Mr. Sales from Schott. How are you?
Nice to see you, Mr. Market.
Well, thank you. Are you enjoying the afternoon? I wish I had the time.
Well, to be honest, I wish I had the time to enjoy the afternoon, or better, to talk to you, but I was ordered to come here and waste my time.
Aha, you
Yes.
seem very excited. Who are you waiting for?
A young lady, Miss CRM.
Aha.
I was told to meet her here, but I'm not really excited about the whole idea.
Okay, so they're forcing you to go on a blind date. Okay, and you really don't know anything about this woman? But the name, it rings a bell. Haven't I heard her before? Yeah. Haven't you mentioned her before?
Ah, you mean the lady with the similar name, Miss Focus CRM.
Right.
Don't remind me of her. She demanded so much of my time and attention. And what did I get out of it? Nothing. Whenever I needed a little bit of help, I could scarcely get any information out of her at all. I think this match wasn't made in heaven.
I think I remember now, vaguely. So, and this new one that they're trying to force on you, this CRM? Have you heard anything about her? Is she, you know, more interesting?
To be honest, I don't take care about that. You know, I'm through with that type of women.
Yes, of course.
You know, seen one, seen them all. First, they tell you that they do everything for you. And then it turns out that they haven't got a clue how things actually work. And they have no sense of reality. In the end, you're glad when they start avoiding you.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
They say our love won't pay the rent before it's served. Our money's always spent. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Hello, gentlemen. I think I might have a date with one of you. And I'm pretty sure it's you.
Yes.
Not that you are not interesting, sir.
Oh, well, you seem to know what you want. I appreciate that.
Well then, I hope we see us again soon, Mr. Market.
Ah, yes, of course. Actually, there's a few projects coming up that I could use your help on. We should talk. I don't really understand what they're about yet, but that's what I have you for.
That's right.
Well, we'll see if your offer is interesting enough, no?
Well, I'll do my very best.
And by the way, I just received quite the unfriendly overdue notice from a colleague of yours from another business unit without any warning. Now, we really have to sit down and talk about that.
Yes, we do, yeah.
You and I have done a lot of big deals for your company. I expect to be treated a little bit differently.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
But,
all right, but we could talk about that later. I could see you have other things on your mind. Yes, of course. Well, you two have a good time. Ms. CRM.
It's been a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Market.
Thank you.
Mr. Market.
Mr. Sales.
So,
Well,
here we are. Would you like to sit next to me? After all, we are here to know each other a little.
well, to be honest, I don't really have the time for this date. You see, I have a problem to take care of. The market is always on the move. But I suppose we have to get it over and done with it.
Why so skeptical? Don't you find me attractive? Believe me, the two of us can have a very good time. You can tell me everything. I won't forget a thing. I promise.
Wait, where did I hear this before? Ah, I remember. Old Focus CRM promised me that too.
You don't seem to think too highly of us.
Well, I have my experiences with the likes of you. The time I wasted on telling her everything about the business. Customer data, appointments, all the numbers. And what did I get out of it? Nothing. I had to write extra reports, even though all the data had been entered in the system before. And at least that's what good old Focus CRM promised again and again. And she said that the bosses upstairs could get any data from her.
She told you the truth there. They could have gotten the data that way.
But they haven't. I had to write and explain everything again in an Excel file. And when I didn't input any data into Focus CRM anymore, nobody really noticed.
So you mean you are blaming us for the fact that there are executives who don't know how to get the information they need from us? If you would know me better, you would soon realize that I'm very accessible. But everyone has to know how to get the most out of me. I'll show your bosses what information they can get out of me at the click of a button.
Whoa.
Let's take a topic which is very important for Schott at the moment. I can provide your bosses with complaint processing times with a single click of a mouse. When they analyze those, they can see at which point of the complaint process they might be losing time. And once they analyze those, they can react quickly and precisely and improve the process while doing it.
Well, I admit that doesn't sound bad. That should be of interest to our people. But do you really think that this will be enough?
You're a tough one, aren't you? Okay then, another example. You're always writing offers, and quite a few of them. With me, if you want to know what becomes to them in the future, a click of a button is all it takes. Then you can see when open offers will expire, and you should act on them. With my help, you can go after the client and close the deal. And your bosses will be able to see that success in the win-loss analysis.
Well,
You're still not convinced?
I admit you aren't exactly uninteresting.
Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. But your predecessor, Miss Focus CRM, also demanded a lot of work and attention, and she promised that she would make our lives easier. But it wasn't really worth the effort.
My goodness. Would you please stop picking on poor Focus CRM? She did her best. And at least there were some business units who have worked successfully together with her. But in this case, the quality and sales manager realized that they had a very good system, which they then used and maintained. After all, in order for information to be reliably analyzed, to use in business decision, you have to have well-maintained data and statuses. You have to use us if you want us to be of use. The slogan, "The sales manager only respects what the sales director inspects," hasn't exactly sprung out of nowhere.
Sure. But that really takes a lot of time. And I still have to work on new deals and new clients. I can't simply sit down and feed you with data for hours on end. In addition to that, good old Focus CRM wasn't the fastest on the planet.
Then you should see me in action. You would be surprised how quick I can make you happy once you've opened up to me.
You're bluffing.
I make more of what you have given me than you've ever dreamt of. You've got no idea what I can do for you.
Now I'm curious. Is there even more?
Have you ever heard anything about lead management and opportunity management?
Not enough, I guess.
You make new contacts at a trade show, for example. And with this contact information, I'll pick up their trail, the lead. I make sure that no contact exists twice, inform the right people that this contact exists, and offer an evaluation of how interested the potential client is in a business transaction.
Wow. I admit that doesn't sound bad.
But that's just the beginning.
The opportunity, I guess.
Exactly. The opportunity means that the lead has been worthwhile, and now there's a real possibility for closing the deal. With me by your side, it's been guaranteed that a sales project will be set in a framework which records everything from beginning to the end. Everything is clear and checkable. All levels of decision makers, their connection, the product requests, the expected turnover, and even the competitors.
And what does that mean in my case?
That with my help, a sales cycle will be structured in phases. Tasks, demands, and offers are assigned and administered by me. That way, we keep an eye on the probability of success. Sales strategies can be planned, and team sellings and sale coachings are promoted.
Wow.
And the best is, I keep the data up to date. Anything which is out of date or incorrect is deleted.
Really? That's like a dream come true.
Oh, please tell me he's not serious. I'm not a miracle worker. We have to work together. You are responsible for keeping your information up to date, the data, the statuses, etc. We can only be successful if we work together. Give me all your updated information, and then you can sit back and dedicate yourself to your business. With me by your side, you can have every data you need at the click of the button, in good and in bad times. What do you think?
Well, I think that sounds really tempting.
We have to talk. Okay, now, does anyone at your company actually talk to one another?
I'm sorry, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think it's still about these unexpected overdue notice.
Yes, exactly. And it's turning into a really big deal and causing a lot of trouble. Now, if this continues on, I am just going to have to find another company to do business with. I have placed a substantial volume of orders with your company. And now, because your colleagues from the other business unit don't seem to know anything about that and send me an overdue notice, that makes me look like an unreliable business partner. I mean, you can't be serious about this, right? I mean, I expect to be treated differently.
See what I mean? Just empty promises from you data processing people. Please, calm down. I'm sure we will find a solution. Let me just get a closer look at the case, and then I'm sure we can take care of it.
This is simply unacceptable.
Would you please excuse me?
Please, calm down. We will find a solution. Let's just sit down, relax, and talk about what it is that you need, and then we will find a solution.
Yeah, but you already know that. I mean, how many times have I heard the same questions asking about my needs? And I repeat the same answers over and over again. And what good does it do in the end? None. I expect you to listen to me when I talk to you, yeah, and then think about it. But instead of that, I hear the same questions over and over again.
Excuse me?
Not now. Calm down. Don't worry. We'll find a solution. I'll sort this all out if you just tell me what you need.
No, but you already know that. How many times do I have to tell you how the competition deals with this kind of thing, but you don't seem to know how to remember that? Here it is again. Okay. I would recommend that you deal with the information that I give you in a more structured manner.
Sorry, but if you could...
What?
Just hear me out.
Okay, please.
Sorry. Would you please sit down with me just for a second? Please. I've just collected the relevant data. The overdue notice was nothing more than a communication problem. The business units weren't able to get a complete overview in the customer data. The information simply wasn't exchanged, but that won't happen again in the future. Since now, the relevant data, such as the customer segment data, the credit information, and the customer master records, are accessible for everyone. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. And with regards to your next projects, the ones you mentioned before, we've come up with an offer that we think you will like.
Really? Uh-huh.
Could you please give me the blue folder out of my pocket? Please.
Right. This one?
Yes, thank you. I've just compared the data you've given us so far, and I'm sure that we can make you a very attractive offer.
Thank
If
you.
you would like to have a look.
Yes, please.
But where did you get all the information about the client so quickly?
I told you I will surprise you. After all, the customer data is still in the system. Thanks to Hannah, all I had to do was to pull them together real quick.
But what shall we do now?
First of all, we are going to offer the market the security he needs. Then we are going through all the information we have about him. And then we are going to make him a custom-tailored offer which can stand up to our competitors.
Does that mean that you have access to all the information the market ever has given us?
Sure. After all, there are some employees who understood how valuable I can be. And they added their information into the system. And then we can make very good things and make the most of.
The opportunity.
Exactly. Just wait and see. So, what do you think? Do you like what you see?
Absolutely. It looks as if somebody has finally taken care of my needs. To be completely honest, it's almost a bit scary to see how much you know about me.
After all, you are important to us. If you just could excuse this little faux pas, I will smooth things out. And then we could talk about your upcoming projects to see how we can help you there. Based on our cooperation so far, we will soon be able to offer you something suitable. Does that sound like a plan?
Absolutely. Yeah, and your new partner here, she is worth her weight in gold. If I were you, I wouldn't let her out of my sight.
I think you're right. It's like we're made for each other.
Stop! Sorry, stop. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to interrupt here for a moment. Does this make sense to you? I mean, is this, do you understand what we're doing? What do you think? How does it feel?
Well, I think it went quite well.
Well, not the kissing part. I mean, the whole content.
Absolutely. I'm fascinated every time what a sexy outfit can do to the audience.
Well, I'm more interested in the content. Do you really believe what we've been talking about here?
Of course. Everything we said was absolutely logical.
Okay.
Logical? What do you mean logical? I don't get it.
Well, it seems to make sense that it's useful to collect all the relevant customer data on a platform and make it accessible to everyone. So I know what's important and how to act upon it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I get it.
Yes, but that only makes sense if the information had been entered into the system beforehand. And that really takes a lot of time.
Yeah, and that's right. And as we know, time is money, and in business, it's all about timing, right?
Yeah, that's true. But everybody knows how important it is to have access to important information in a well-organized manner.
Yeah.
And if it's available to me at the click of a button, then it would be fantastic.
Sounds good.
Huh?
Come on, you're an actress, not a businesswoman.
Yeah, that's true, but it's logical. Just see. If you do your tax returns, your receipts have to be sorted and organized too.
Yeah.
So that you don't need forever to fill the forms.
I have my tax consultant for that.
Right. And you just give them a big shoebox full of receipts at the end of the year, or what?
No, I sawed my socks off beforehand.
I do that continuously. So I don't have the stress at the end of the year and find everything I need.
Oh, fantastic. That sounds remarkably disciplined, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Come on, people who are organized are just too lazy to look for stuff.
Yeah, and it takes a genius to master chaos.
Yes, but how many of them do you know personally?
Where are you going? Why are you in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Well, I'm going to start preparing my tax returns, sorting receipts, and so maybe being organized at home will help save me some money too.
Good idea.
Very good idea. And please remember, I always need fresh input from you. Because if you keep your data up to date in good times, I'll give you the competitive advantage you need when times are tough. I'm looking forward to working with you all.
I got you, babe. I got flowers.